Welcome to I Create Stories, another edition, and today we're going to do something different. Normally, I would either just draw and talk about the characters from the book, or I would read the book and then draw and sketch something. But today, I'm just going to go into Forbidden, which is a book, a trade paperback that I will be releasing at the end of the year. And this was the first issue of Forbidden that I released a long time ago. And the cover was done by me. This was under my banner Crazee Comics at the time. And the art interior was done by Mclelland Aint. And the lettering and the edits was done by George Medina. And I think the coloring on this version, because we did wind up getting a different artist, so the color on this version was done by me. Yes, pencils, inks, colors, art direction, same, yes. So, Forbidden, I'm going to give you the premise here so that you understand where we're going with this. So, for centuries, they've hidden, lost forever to the world, buried beneath the confines of a curse cast upon them, the sins of their fathers. Now, one will challenge that very curse which has enslaved the people. Standing in opposition of a mighty ruler, a revered king, defying all that has been built to protect them. One man, one vision, one chance to escape the evil or risk destroying everything. Walk with me as I take you on a journey into Forbidden. So Forbidden is about this race of people that group of hunters went into this forbidden woods, and the entities that dwelt within the woods came to the village and said, "Give us those who have desecrated our land, or face our wrath." They weren't going to give up their men, so the next day, when they woke up, the sun had an adverse effect on them. They were burning in boils, and they were dying from the sun. So they started fleeing, and those that got away and went underground into caves, into the caverns, and as far into the earth as they could possibly get to, and never to be seen again. So that is the beginning, the backstory of Forbidden. Modern day world, society has evolved. The world has evolved. The entities have evolved. But the Forbidden, the Nocturnals, they've been in caverns and they're still primitive in a lot of their ways. But the curse says the son of Vox, which is the king, will destroy the evil's plans to conquer the world. So I'm just going to go over and read through some of these pages. And again, Mclelland Aint did a great job with the art. So, within the core of the earth lives a race once forgotten to the world until now. Your request is denied. A race of people who once roamed freely on earth have been cursed for centuries to never set foot on the earth's surface again. These people have never seen the sun. They only hear of stories passed down from generations. But my lord, how do you know the curse still exists? Unless you are willing to? How dare you attempt to question my decision? We have struggled for ages to adapt within these confines, and now you, with your foolish bravado, your arrogance, expect me, Lord Vox, to remind, even relive the pain and torment our people, my people? Have you longed to forget? No, you will learn to refrain yourself in your foolish delusions. Away from my presence, guards. My son will be detained until his mind is cleared of these sinister thoughts, or until I see so fit. They now call themselves Nocturnals. So obviously, he is the son of Vox. And rumor has it that he is the secret to freeing the people. I will show you there is no real curse. You are all cowards, afraid of change. Well, I am not going to cower away because of some old tale. Enter. Sister, why did you have to push the issue? Her name is Desiree. Her beauty can only be matched by her wit. Are you really insane or just stupid? You know how I feel about it, Desiree. I cannot live a lie. I need to find out what is out there beyond these caves. Without trying. If that is what it will take, so be it. I cannot see you until you are cleared of these thoughts. No matter what happens, I will always love you. Remember that, my sister. I know. She would give her life for him, but she would never defy her father. No one would, except for sin. A moment Lord Vox has feared. Somehow he knew this day would come. I know what you're going to ask, and my answer has not changed. I understand, my lord. I am just concerned what he may do. Fear not, my daughter. I have made arrangements to keep safe my son. Nothing shall happen. And so it begins. I am sorry. The guard responds. What? Back. In the shadow lurks a figure. Enter Arius. What took you so long? I almost had a change of heart. I am giving up my life, you know. Then we do it together. He was born the son of Vox, heir to the throne by gender. Now he has tainted his soul with the blood of innocence, forever to be referred to as sin. What have we done? We have to get out of here. Come on, hurry. We have to go. War will be coming. Follow me. I know a faster way. It is the road we choose which leads us to the life we live. It just may not be the one we had hoped for. My lord, something terrible has occurred. What is it? I haven't the time to. Your son, my lord. Your son has slaughtered the guards and has escaped. This time he has gone too far. He must not be allowed to leave the caverns, no matter what the cost. My lord, please. There must be another way. He is your son. That whom you claim to be my son has committed an unforgivable sin. No. No, my dear Desiree. A son I have not. His decision will divide a kingdom forever. Roar! Find him and anyone who has dared to help him in this treachery. Bring them back any way you choose. The birth of a child brings joy and pride to an expecting father, never contemplating the thoughts that one day he may have to take that life back. A family torn apart by a legend, a curse. Children of tomorrow shall pay for the sins of their fathers today. We must have made a wrong turn somewhere. We have to turn back. Stand back, this is my fight. I have waited for this moment for a long time. Now, sinner. Now I won't have to say it was an accident. Why now, Cerning? Why me? It is simple. You should not be the one to succeed Lord Vox. It should be Desiree. What? I love her, and you must never be allowed the throne. Do you really think she will forgive you? She will get over it. And you will die now. Go. You have to leave now. Your sin on our people has forced our father to order our capture at any cost. Go now, or surely you will die. She's right, let's go. He's not alone. Find them. Find them all. I know you helped him. You could come out now. You want to know how? There are 2 sets of footprints up ahead. There are 2 more sets right beneath me. Both are pointing in the same direction. one behind the other. The one in the rear is too small to be a guard. The other two prints head off in that direction, leaving these two behind. Your prints lead to the corridor to which you hide. I had no choice. He would have killed my brother, your son. I would not have expected otherwise. We will continue this conversation later. Speak nothing of this to anyone. Somehow I don't think we're doing the right thing. What do you mean? We can't stop. We've come too far. There is no turning back for us now. But my sister, she has chosen her path and has helped us find ours. What if I was wrong, and there really is a curse? I would have sacrificed our lives, your life, all for a stupid dream. I chose to come. You did not force me. This is what I want, and if we die together. I love you. I will go wherever you go. No, wait! Alright, so a child raised and provided with the necessary tools needed to succeed. There comes a time where the child is no longer yours and you have to let go. It becomes someone else's responsibility. He or she becomes Destiny's child. It is too late. He is lost forever. I will always remember you, my brother. And that was the first issue of Forbidden. And this cover here for preview number 1 was done by Hannibal Arroyo, and here's some first snippets into issue number 1. LA, home to some of the wealthiest firms and corporations in the world. Some would say it's the mecca of the universe. Any venture, even minute, somehow makes its way across a desk in Los Angeles. There's one corporation with money dating centuries old. Historians speculate its true origin, but can never surmise an empire built through hostile takeovers, buyouts, and under-the-table dealings. David Hunter does not see it this way. As CEO and owner of Obscurity Enterprises, he believes his ventures save struggling companies from going under while contributing to the employment market. But we know better. David Hunter. Speak. I bring you troubling news, my liege. Must I tear it from you? I am losing my patience. It has happened. Someone has risen from Earth's chambers. And that's how we end. Forbidden. Issue 0. So, when I created Forbidden, I created this binder. And in this binder, I had the premise and the first script. Which is what I gave to artist Hannibal Arroyo to begin with the book. So, as I read you the story, deep within Obscura lies a race that has existed for thousands of years, a race forbidden to walk the surface of the earth due to a curse cast upon them. This race, known as the Nocturnals, must never leave their confines, for, as per the curse, they will perish. The Nocturnals are human, although have been around since the age of dinosaurs. They were born as hunters and were consistently at war with a race of savages known as the Creepers. The Nocturnals were nomadic and observed the earth as their land. They would roam freely and live off the land. A hunting group made up of 4 hunters was searching for their next meal when they came across a forest, which had trees with no leaves. The forest was engulfed in darkness while the day was still anew. The hunters were curious and decided to enter. The moment they entered, evil made its presence felt. They began seeing images and hearing voices. The hunters tried turning back but were confused and could not find a way out of the forest. Suddenly, they were attacked by a group of 12 creepers. They fought valiantly, although 3 of the hunters were slaughtered. One barely escaped with his life, ran furiously until he was miles clear of the black forest. The hunter told the events to the elders, and immediately the people took to arms. Preparing for the worst, they sent out 3 of their best scouts to summon all of the remaining hunters that had left at sunrise. The night fell upon the earth, and the nocturnals became weary. Then suddenly a figure appeared in the distance, a cloaked messenger with a scroll. The scroll was left at the foot of one of the hunters. The scroll read, "Give us the hunter who has fled and violated our sacred land, and no harm will come to your people. If you refuse, you will suffer the wrath of Nokron." And you'll learn about Nokron when the book is released later this year. The Nocturnals refused, and by morning a hunter came running into the elder's hut shouting, "Help me!" Instantly, the hunter's body began bursting into boils and sores. The elder ran out of the hut only to suffer the same fate. The sun was somehow destroying the hunters. They tried running towards caverns, but only 50 made it. They were a proud people of 10,000. The Nocturnals traveled far into the caverns and as deep within the earth as possible, never to be seen again. So that's how I created the story of Forbidden, and I started out with this synopsis. And I wrote it with the intention of illustrating the book myself, but I was not really pleased with the look from my art, which is crazy. And so when I met Aníbal Arroyo at a Comic-Con, I knew he'd be the perfect fit. So I wrote it as if I was writing it for an artist in typical script format, with the panel page 1, and the description of what's on the page, and then the caption, and who the character is that's talking at the time. So if I handed it off to a letterer, they knew where to put the captions, and what was the caption, what was a thought balloon or a talking balloon. And this page here, page 2, had 3 panels and had 2 captions and some dialogue, and page 3. And then I also have, when I gave to Aníbal, was the character bios. So I had profiles for the Nocturnals, the Royal Guards, the Royal Family, Lord Vox, Desera, Monitus. You'll learn about Monitus in issue 3 or 4. Sin, Viejo. You'll learn about Viejo. David Hunter, the Creepers. Prince Shaku, which you'll learn about as well. Arius, the Overseer. Again, here's just the same synopsis. And then basically I would write out the whole premise of the first chapter and what to expect. And that's how, and I used this as my guide when I scripted it out. Right, so I surmised chapter 1, and then I started putting it in script format. Same thing with chapter 2, and so forth. And then this was my art, my version a long time ago when I first created the book. And so here are some pages here of when I first illustrated Forbidden. So this is what I gave to Aníbal as well, and he used this as his roadmap when he decided to take on the project. So then I had this is not a character for Forbidden, it's a different book. That was from a book I was doing, Dysfunctional Ninjas. But Lord Vox, character design, profile, history, height, weight, the whole bit. Desera, same thing. So closer so you guys can see. Then you have Arius, right? And then Sin in the human form, in the civilian form when he got to the surface, but not in his form when he was underground. So this is actually what some of the designs I was working on with Sin. But every single one of the characters, these are the creepers that I read about. Here was David Hunter in his demonic form, not in his human form, and there's Viejo, who is He's a watcher. He's a overseer. He's a protector. And then you have Prince Jakku. And these are a few of the characters from the book. So that's Forbidden. And Forbidden, it will be released in trade paperback format this year. I have another artist. His name is Eric. He did a fantastic. Prima Samtra is the artist on that. And Eric, I forgot his last name. He did the cover for Forbidden, the trade paperback. So it's over 150 pages. It's a full collective. It'll be produced in black and white. I will be doing a Kickstarter to produce it in color. Again, I've been lucky enough to get a lot of fantastic artists, and you'll see this Jakku right there, and Desira in this promo. But so that's Forbidden. There's more. If you want to find out more about Forbidden, go over to iCreateStories.com. And right now, issue 0, this issue that I just read to you, is also available as an ebook on Amazon and Barnes & Nobles. So go out and get a copy. And thank you for watching. And if you want more from I Create Stories, just subscribe and hit that bell, and you'll never miss an episode again. I'm Samuel. Thanks. This is I Create Stories.